Shampi. Thanks for joining us here. Today, all eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable. It's the Texas Rangers going up against the New York Yankees. And taking the ball for the Yankees, Garrett Cole. Singing, he's been outstanding and should be fun to watch. Just about ready to roll. Wyatt Langford stepping in for the Rangers. The Yankees are looking very strong so far this season. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. One away.
Yeah, going back to their early performance, Boog, that's the kind of thing that gets the fans fired up. And it gets the players fired up, too. They start to believe it's going to be a big year.
Strike two. Cole with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups. Here in the Bronx, just getting settled into this one. That one misses. 3-2 now.
Some pitchers can go out there and rip off a month or two of incredible starts. And right now, it looks like he's in one of those grooves. Really fun to watch.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Cole, more than 100 career wins on the mound, and of course has a Cy Young to his credit. Up the middle. What a stop to first, and they get the out. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the veteran outfielder, Brandon Nimmo. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. We go to the bottom of the first, and on the mound for Texas in this one, Cody Bradford. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Yeah, his batting average against is actually better when he's in a jam. So we'll see if he continues to dance his way out of danger.
Jose Caballero stepping in now for the Yankees. This one in the air, center field. Carter under it. And there's one down. It's Aaron Judge now. Judge recently taking home Player of the Month honors. The 1-1. Makes a sliding stop. The underhand flip. It's there. That's a great play. 2 down, base is empty. Giancarlo Stanton stepping in now for the Yankees. Ball to strike. Tied him up inside with that one.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Carter under it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Back at Yankee Stadium, top of the 2nd, Jake Burger stepping in for the Rangers. Sliced hard but foul. And now it's 1-2.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Leadoff man retired here in the 2nd. Here's the center fielder, Evan Carter. Check swing went around. 1-2.
Ball.
No score here in the 2nd. Spoils that one, and it remains Got him swinging. He chased the changeup 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Josh Smith stepping in for the Rangers. Foul ball. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Hammered, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
He was all over that one. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
That's ball 2.
Hit hard, base hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. Danny Jansen to hit here.
That's ball 2.
Right here, a couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Out of here. Danny Jansen hits one out. It's his 6th home run of the season, and the Rangers take the lead. It's 3-0.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
It's a K from the Coltrane. Back here in New York, so now the Yankees cleanup hitter, Ben Rice. The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. Right through there, got him. Now 1 away. And now it's Ahmed Rosario. Here's the 2-2. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. And a man aboard.
Batting fifth, the first baseman.
Goldie steps into the box. Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. Seager over to second, double play. And that'll do it for the inning. Back in New York, on to the 3rd inning. Wyatt Langford stepping in for the Rangers. That's a strike across the top of the zone. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Now it's Corey Seager. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. 2 down. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. 2 down, nobody on. Late with the swing there. That completes the strikeout, inning over. Here at new Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, as we go to the last of the 3rd. Ryan McMahon stepping in now for the Yankees. Oh, look at the stop. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out. And now the center fielder, Jason Dominguez.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
Popped in the air. Left field. Takes it in for the out. 2 down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
And that gets down into the gap. Around first, heading for 2. He's there. It's a 2-out double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Next to hit, Jose Caballero. That's a base hit. And they hold him at third. 90 feet away with 2 out.
Everything came together for him. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands.
Runner on the move. That's a base hit as a run scores. Throw in holds that trail runner at third base. They're at the corners with 2 away. Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. And now 2-1.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
2 on, 2 outs. That one misses. They're down 3-1.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with the middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position.
That one is absolutely belted. That one hops off the wall and should score at least 1. Here comes the judge around third. Now a relay to the plate. He scores to tie it up. It's 3-all.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Strike 2. Tied up here in the early going. Good eye in that spot.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Time called. Payoff pitch. So a walk puts runners at first and second. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Ahmed Rosario. The lefty ready, and a 1-1. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. Back in the Bronx as we go to the top of the 4th. Jake Berger stepping in for the Rangers. And there's a ball.
That's a ball.
Well, these Rangers showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
And that one did find the strike zone. So they've still got both their challenges. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
That's ripped. Base hit. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in. Not in time.
He's in
That's
there.
a
He's safe.
leadoff double.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Caballero. That's the first out in the top of the 4th. Josh Smith stepping in for the Rangers. One away with a runner at third. Top half of inning number 4. Towards
that's
first.
Foul.
And that's a foul ball. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Here's a 1-2. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. In to score from third. It's an RBI single. It's 4-3.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Here's Josh Young.
Nope.
Really good
Outside.
take, especially with 2 strikes.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7. Now it's Jansen to hit. Next offering is fouled back. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they boost their lead. It's 6-3. So 2 down. Here is Jock Peterson. That one to first, and it goes just foul. That one off the mark.
Down.
Full count now.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
Down. That's the 3rd out. Welcome back, and they turn to a new arm as we kick off the bottom of the 4th. Carter Baumler.
Well, walks have been a big issue for him this year, so I expect these hitters to be patient up there. You know, these Yankees doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. To the warning track, makes the catch. Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. Here's a 1-1. High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run. Ryan McMahon leaves the yard. Home run number 5 on the season, and they close the gap. It's 6-4.
He got on plane with that high fastball, and look how his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Absolutely crushed that pitch.
1 down. And up next for New York, Jason Dominguez. The 1-1. This one in the air, center field. 2 away now. And here's the catcher, Austin Wells.
The catcher, number 28.
1-2 down.
Wells.
That's ripped into the outfield. And that'll do it. Back at Yankee Stadium, new inning getting started. Well, he's been knocked around pretty good so far, but they've got him back out there at least to begin the inning.
Yeah, and you wonder just the strength and perhaps the health of that bullpen for him to go back out there. But he's taking this one for the team. Perhaps he can stabilize things and the offense can score some runs for him.
Here comes Corey Seager. And he grounds one back up the middle. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still fires to first.
Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat, no surprise at all. He couldn't pick it cleanly. It's a very difficult play.
He hauls it in. 2 away.
They couldn't have asked for a better out. Makes a great play on the line drive, and they keep the runner at first. Just like that, they're almost out of the inning.
Good job to fight that one off. Seager off of first with 2 away. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Back for more from the Bronx. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Jose Caballero stepping in now for the Yankees. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is filled up.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Stays alive. And a payoff pitch. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
That's back-to-back singles for him. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know the
runner takes off. Pitch misses inside. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
You got to be careful with a guy like this at the plate. Stealing second may eliminate him from getting really good pitches to hit. Now they can work around him with first base open. So got to roll the dice here and hope that he gets something to hit.
Judge rips that one. Carter going back on this one and makes the grab. Runner tags and will move up to third.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Outside low, ball 2. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Runner from third in to score. It's an RBI single, and now they trail by 1.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
And now Ben Rice. On the ground, right side. Over to Seager. Double play.
Yeah!
What a twin killing to end the inning. Back at Yankee Stadium. All set for the top of the 6th. Evan Carter stepping in for the Rangers. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. Pitch
Ball
kicks
2.
away. To third, not in time. He's safe. Carter up to third on the wild pitch. Inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
And the call stands. It was indeed a ball. So that removes their last challenge. Josh Young digs in now. And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over.
Now pitching for the
Ryan Yarbrough gets the call from the pen.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Runners at the corners, nobody out. And we're the top half of the 6th. Way out front for strike 2.
Well, in this situation with a runner on first, less than 2 outs, some say, hey, get the ground ball, double play with 2 strikes. Some people say get the strikeout. I think you just execute your pitch, make the best pitch you possibly can, and let the result be whatever it's going to be.
Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Next up for Texas, Danny Jansen. First and third, 1 down.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo.
The next offering misses. 3-1.
In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit
up the middle. And he can't come up with it. In to score from third. And they lead by 2. And no shot to get him at first. There's 2 aboard. First and second, 1 out. Jock Peterson stepping in for the Rangers. Smith on second. Jansen at first. 1 gone. Now into the game, Jazz Chisholm Jr. He'll play second.
Number 13, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
That's outside.
Two on, 1 out. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. So the Rangers batting order turns over. Wyatt Langford the next to hit. Here's a 1-1. Base hit into the outfield. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they take a 3-run lead. Corey Seager to the plate in this high leverage spot. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Jansen around third. He'll score. It's an RBI single. It's 9-5. Here's Brandon Nimmo. 2 on, 2 outs. On the ground, Chisholm in plenty of time to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jacob Latz.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
The 1-1.
Oh, that's off the plate.
And a foul ball. 2-2 now. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Two now. And that one hammered. This looks like extra bases. And he starts the bottom of the 6th with a double.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
Paul Goldschmidt now.
Nope.
That one finds the zone. 2-2. Next offering is downstairs. Popped up. Smith. And there's one down.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just...
Runner takes off for third. That's ball 4. Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw.
Well, he took his chance at getting him to chase right there, but with first base open, walk not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
Oh, that's out.
Just missed. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That one hops off the wall and should score at least 1. 1 run across. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds at third.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie.
Line shot into the gap should score at least one. One run is in. Another comes in to score. And now they trail by one. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
That's two consecutive.
Jacob Junis taking over on the mound.
Pretty big spot he's coming into, trying to strand that runner at second base. So he's going to need to make some quality pitches. He does have first open if he needs to use it.
Next pitch downstairs. 2 balls and a strike.
Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats, and the biggest one he's had so far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Challenge from behind the dish here.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
It just shaved the zone. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. So runner at second, 2 down. Here comes Aaron Judge. Man at second. Ripped to short. And the inning is over. Back in the Bronx, we go to the top of the 7th.
On the mound, he's looking to keep momentum on their side with a quick.
Out of the bullpen for the Yankees, Camilo Doval.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game. Well, these Rangers really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They keep finding themselves behind in the count, but it really hasn't mattered in this one. 7 of their hits have come in disadvantaged counts, and I think that helps create a mental advantage for this team. I say that about the mental edge because on the mound, it's extremely frustrating to not be able to put hitters away, and that's exactly what we've seen here.
On the ground to third. Throws to first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. Evan Carter stepping in for the Rangers. And a ball and 2 strikes. 3! Got him! Ricky Holiday with the call. So digging in, Josh Smith. 2 down, nobody on. On the ground right side. Jazz tosses to first. Rangers go down in order. Bottom of the 7th, and stepping in for the Yankees, Giancarlo Stanton. Looking to get the tying run on base. And there's a strike to Giancarlo Stanton. Hammered on a line, base hit. And the tying run is on with a leadoff single.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Substitution now at first base. On to run for the Yankees, Cody Bellinger. Quick toss to first. Bellinger dives back.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
And now Ben Rice. Bellinger goes. Throw to second, out of bounds, safe. And the tying run is now in scoring position. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. So the tying run at second. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Time is called here in a big spot. Maybe just reminding himself to breathe. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Man at second. Swinging a drive. This one is crushed. No doubt about it. And here in the late stages, they have the lead. And this place is rocking. And they jump in front in the 7th. It's 10-9.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Now on the bump, Cole Winn.
Well, he's having an excellent season so far. ERA is under 2. A lot of flexibility coming out of the bullpen.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. That breaking ball drops in for a strike. Got him looking. He's got to be frustrated with that call. Here is Goldschmidt. Winn measures 6 feet 2 inches, 26 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2018. The 2-1. Just missed. 2 runs across in the inning. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Payoff pitch. That one the other way, and that's a base hit. And that's a 1-out single. Here's Ryan McMahon now. And a 1-1. In the air, left field. Out number 2. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Dominguez.
Number 24, Jason Dominguez.
Nice grab. Fires to first, and very nicely done for the out. We go to the 8th. Stepping in, Josh Young. Swing and a bouncer out to short. On the run, sends it over to first, and they get the out. Big play there to get the leadoff man. So up next, Danny Jansen. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one carrying, and it is out of here. Another homer. That's his 3rd home run of the game, and we are tied.
He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
Here's Josh Peterson. Check swing, went around, and it's 1-2.
That's ball 2.
And
that's
foul ball. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Got him swinging for the K. And he's gone for the 4th time tonight. So next to hit for Texas, Wyatt Langford. Pitch misses.
That's ball 3.
And that's ball 3. Swings through that one out in front that time. Ground ball right side. Chisholm on to first. And that is that. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Michel Otañez. And stepping in for the Yankees, Austin Wells. That one is absolutely belted. That's got a chance. And it's off the wall. Go-ahead run into scoring position as he stops at second.
High fastball, even a little above the zone, but such a good job of staying tall on the backside, get that barrel there to meet it just in time. I tell you what, it's not easy to do.
Now it's going to be Jose Caballero. Pulls it in on the run. And there's one away.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
Man at second. Check swing, appeal to first. No swing, just held it back there. Base hit. Into third now. So runners at the corners and one out.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped, caught out in front, and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Out of here. Cody Bellinger blasts one out. And they grab the lead in the 8th. It's 13-10.
No doubt in my mind, just about everybody in this ballpark holding their breath on that.
Jordan Montgomery on to pitch out of the pen here.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than one hit per inning pitch so far this season.
Next to hit, Ben Rice. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's back there. Gone into Monument Park. That one landed amongst the legends. And they tack on to their lead. It's 14-10.
Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
One down. Jazz Chisholm Jr. getting ready to hit.
Hey, partner, how's your scorecard looking right now?
Little dicey, kind of hieroglyphics style at the moment. You know what it's like, Singy? Remember our trip to London, Yankees and Red Sox in 2019? I think there were 50 runs scored in the 2 games combined. My scorecard was ugly for that series. In the air to left center, Carter on his way over. He's there. He's got it. And there's 2 down.
Yeah, pretty ridiculous. And you use like 5 different colors of pens, so like it's just a mosaic over there.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're always judging the different pens. That, you know, I get the skinny scoring pen, and then I have the red, and then the black, and then I got a highlighter. So there is a lot going on. And now a 2-out opportunity for Ryan McMahon. So digging in, Ryan McMahon. 1-1 now. Tap dances out of the way of that one.
Aye.
On the ground to the left, and that's just foul. Ground ball right side, it squirts through. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out. Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. The 1-1 is fouled off. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 2 on, 2 outs. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Now time called at the plate. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Throw in holds the lead runner at third, so it'll be bases loaded and 2 gone. Here's the catcher, Austin Wells.
Ball, that's outside.
2-1 now. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Base hit. 1 run in already. Throw into third. In there safely.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. I don't know.
So out of the bullpen for the Rangers, Robert Garcia.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Just misses. Full count now.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
There's a line drive to left field. And no one can run it down. Runner in from third to extend their lead. Safe. And that's his third hit.
Picks himself up an RBI. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And now he's falling behind Judge. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. And that one's gone. Aaron Judge leads the yard. Their third home run of the inning. And they add to their lead. It's 20-10.
Power versus power right there. Like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter. Getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
Here's Cody Bellinger.
Ball.
An offensive explosion this inning. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swings and sends a rocket to right. That is the inning. Back in New York, we go to the 9th. Corey Seager stepping in for the Rangers. Here's a 1-1.
That's ball 2.
On the corner for a strike. And that one missing low.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same play.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. And now, Brandon Nimmo. The 1-1.
Nope, that's a ball.
And that drops in for a strike. Struck him out looking. Now only 1 out remaining. And now it's Jake Berger to hit. 2 down, nobody on. They're down to their final strike.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
Got it. Ball game.
Well, as much action as there was in this one, really impressive performance from the bats on the winning side. They gave up quite a few runs, but they still blew them out of the water. They have to be feeling pretty good about themselves offensively right now.
Tons of offense in this one for Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John Shambi saying so long.